Ulster Bank League results roundup. Ulster Bank League tables this season sees the introduction of the Arbitrary of the Month award with a prize of €250 for each monthly winner and entry into the Try of the Year award. Buccaneers 10, Lansdowne 19. Dewberry Park scorers: Buccaneers try Conor McKeon, Con Alan Gorkin drop, Luke Carty. Lansdowne try Charlie Rock, Con Scott Deasy Pens, Scott Deasy 4 HT. Buccaneers 0, Lansdowne 3. It was a league debut at Dewberry Park for Buccaneers' new coaching duo of Darren Classen, who previously assisted the now Hong Kong-based Brett Wilkinson, and Mike McCarthy, the retired Leinster and Ireland lock. The Pirates gave as good as they got in the first half, only trailing 30 to an 18th minute penalty from Lansdowne's linchpin Adolph Scott Deasy. His opposite number Alan Gorkin missed two efforts in the difficult wet conditions. Deasy doubled the visitors' lead in the 51st minute before Jack Carty's teenage brother Luke, a new addition to the Connacht Academy, hit back for Bucks with a well-taken drop goal. The scores were now coming thick and fast, the side swapping tries just before the hour mark as provincially capped replacement scrum halves Charlie Rock and Conor McKeon touched down at either end. Today was Rock's league debut for Lansdowne. The gap remained at 3 points 13-10 until the pressure off the back of a Bucks yellow card led to Deasy landing his third penalty success. His fourth, coming from a 73-minute scrum penalty, sealed the hosts' fate and gave Mike Ruddicksman a winning start to the Division 1A campaign. Buccaneers: Luke Carty, Rory O'Connor, Shane Layden captain, Danny Pullman, Thomas McGann, Alan Gorkin, Frankie Hopkins, Martin Staunton, John Sutton, Conan O'Donnell, Cian Romain, Peter Claffey, Dan Law, Simon Matter, Paul Boyle. Replacements: Shane Delahunt, Niall Farrelly, Owen McKeon, Conor McKeon, Corey Reid. Lansdowne: Eamon Mills, Daniel McAvoy, Ian Fitzpatrick, Fergal Cleary, Foster Horan, Scott Deasy, Alan Benny, Ian Prendeville captain, Tyrone Moran, Adam Boland, Philip Donnellan, Josh O'Rourke, Jack Dwan, Charlie Buckworth, Willie Earl. Replacements: Jack Dineen, Entinga Mpico, Barry Fitzpatrick, Charlie Rock, Sean Coughlin. Cork Constitution 30, Clontarf 18. Temple Hill scorers: Cork Constitution tries Shane Daly, Rob German, Brendan Quinlan, Thomas Quinlan, Cons Thomas Quinlan 2 pence, Thomas Quinlan 2. Clontarf tries Matt Darcy, Vac Abdeladze, Con Matt Darcy pence, Connor Jennings 2 HT. Cork Constitution 22, Clontarf 10. Cork Constitution launched their Ulster Bank League title defence with an impressive 3018 bonus point dismissal of Clontarf at Temple Hill, in what was a repeat of last May's final, which Constitution won 2,521 thanks to man of the match Thomas Quinlan's pinpoint place-kicking. It was tries 4 in all which saw the hosts triumph this afternoon. Ireland 7 squad member Shane Daly sliced open the Clontarf defence for a second-minute try, converted by Adolph Quinlan. The North Dubliners, who have James Downey as the new backs coach, bounced back to a lead 107 by the end of the first quarter, Conor Jennings kicking a penalty and his centre partner Matt Darcy nipping over for a try. However, Quinlan levelled from the tee soon after, and tries from winger Rob German and Munster-capped prop Brendan Quinlan just before half-time opened up a slightly flattering 2,210 lead for Brian Hickey's Chargers. The second half was more defence-dominated with Quinlan and Jennings swapping penalties, before the former touched down in the corner after a speedy 60-minute break from Con fullback Daly. With the bonus point secured at 3,013, Constitution were content to protect what they had and see out the result. Tough tight-head Vac Abdeladze registered a late consolation try, but there was no catching a buoyant Conside. Cork Constitution Shane Daly, Liam O'Connell, Alex McHenry, Niall Keneally captain, Rob German, Thomas Quinlan, Jason Higgins, Brendan Quinlan, Kevin O'Byrne, Ger Sweeney, Conor Kindrigan, Brian Hayes, Graham Lawler, Ross O'Neill, Evan Minton. Replacements: Max Abbott, Gavin Duffy, Sean O'Leary, Gary Bradley, Greg Higgins. Clontarf: Jack Power, Rob McGrath, Conor Jennings, Matt Darcy, Sean O'Brien, Mark Sutton, San Cronin, Ivan Soroka, Dylan Donnellan, Vac Abdeladze, Neil Riley, Ben Riley captain, Tony Ryan, Adrian Darcy, Michael No 1. Replacements: Jura, Vincent Gavin, Royce Burke Flynn, Andrew Feeney, Gary O'Brien. Dublin University 0, Terenure College 24. College Park scorers: Dublin University Terenure College tries: Oisin Heffernan, Michael Melia, Sam Coughlin Murray, Stephen O'Neill, Mark O'Neill to HT. Dublin University 0, Terenure College 12. Terenure College kicked off the new league season in style with an eye-catching 240 bonus point victory over Dublin University at College Park. Trinity's dramatic 2,725 win over the same opponents at the end of last term saved the Division 1A status, but Terenure exacted revenge today with unanswered tries from Oisin Heffernan, Michael Melia, Sam Coughlin Murray and Stephen O'Neill. The students were up against it almost straight from the off, flanker Sam Pym seeing yellow for a tackle in the air in the 3rd minute. Although they held out initially, the home defence gave when Leinster-capped prop Heffernan powered over from a maul. Adolph Mark O'Neill converted brilliantly from a tight angle in the 10th minute. Following Pym's return, the Terenure pack continued to look dangerous deep in Trinity territory. Another drive towards the posts was finished off by Loch Melia. As the first half developed, heavy rainfall made life difficult for both sets of players and clear-cut opportunities were few and far between. Toby Boyd and Adolph James Fennelly broke for Trinity to get them into scoring range, but the half ended with Muir still with a 12-point cushion. Two of the visitors' summer signings, front rowers Schalke Juice to South Africa and Georgie Terabelidze Portugal via Georgia, were having a noticeable impact. The latter was involved in a sweeping 57-minute move which ended with winger Coughlin Murray scoring out on the left. Trinity, who were missing some of the frontline players from the 201,617 campaign, kept plugging away but they struggled to create try-scoring opportunities. Terenure, on the other hand, had a bonus point in the sights, and it finally arrived 6 minutes from the end. Impressive centre Stephen O'Neill intercepted a pass and sprinted over to seal the maximum for James Blaney's side, who topped the table after round 1. Dublin University Jack Fitzpatrick, Brian Mullen, Michael Courtney captain, Kyle Dixon, Billy O'Hara, James Fennelly, Angus Lloyd, James Bollard, Maurice Buckley, Dara Higgins, Arthur Green, Jack Burke, Sam Pym, Toby Boyd, David St. Ledger. Replacements: Joe Horan, Fintan Murphy, Jack Dunn, Brian Slater, James Hickey. Terenure College: James O'Donoghue, Jake Swain, Stephen O'Neill, Mark Heine, Sam Coughlin Murray, Mark O'Neill, Connor Weekliam, Schalke Juice, Robbie Smith captain, Oisin Heffernan, Michael Melia, Alex Thompson, Carl Haldeans, Niall Lawler, Owen Joyce. Replacements: Adam Clarkin, Georgie Terabelidze, Paddy Thornton, James Thornton, Ted O'Donoghue. St. Mary's College 13, Gary Owen 7, Templeville Road scorers: St. Mary's College try Mark Fallon, Sean Kearns, Pence Sean Kearns 2, Gary Owen try penalty try con HT. St. Mary's College 3, Gary Owen 7 Street. Mary's College scored the only points of a tightly contested second half to run out 137 winners over Gary Owen at Templeville Road. It was an encouraging start for Mary's new head coach Peter Burke, who watched flanker Mark Fallon claim a 46th-minute try, while Adolph Sean Kearns' penalty on the hour mark proving to be the match-winning score. Scrums were an issue for Gary Owen last season, but this is an area they really targeted in the summer with some key signings. Former Dublin University tight head Andy "Panda" Keating made his debut today and helped the Light Blues take a first-half lead. Keating's old Trinity teammate, Tim Moppin, also made his first league appearance since switching to Mary's, and the hosts hit the front in the 11th minute thanks to a Kearns penalty. Keating's worth to his new club was encapsulated by Gary Owen's penalty try early in the second quarter. They were camped on the Mary's line with a series of scrum collapses. Under fire, Mary's had a yellow card and replaced 2 loose heads, leaking 7 points in the process. However, Burke's men gradually got to grips with Gary Owen's set-piece power, aided by the leadership of new captain Kieran Ruddock and recent Ireland under-20 tight head Adam Doyle, who has come up to the top flight via Naas, digging in on his Mary's debut. As the home side turned the screw and the loose forwards grew in influence, blindside Fallon broke through from close range for his try, just 6 minutes after the restart. With their interval lead now a 107 deficit, Gary Owen needed to react. They had the 2 Johnston brothers, David and Bill, in the backline along with Diarmid McCarthy, the former Ireland Sevens international who has made a welcome return to club action. Gary Owen boss Conan Doyle was also able to bring on Munster hooker Mike Sherry for the final 25 minutes, but the Mary's defence continually frustrated the Limerick men, who could not break their scoreless streak. In the end, talented youngster Kern's final penalty of the afternoon, completing his 8-point haul, went unanswered as Mary's retained the Shea Deering Trophy, which the two clubs compete for when they meet. St. Mary's College Dave Flanagan, Tim Moppin, Darren Maroney, Paddy Lavelle, Craig Kennedy, Sean Kearns, Paddy O'Driscoll, Emmett Ferran, Hugo Keane, Adam Coyle, Kieran Ruddock, Captain, David O'Connor, Mark Fallon, Hugh Callagher, Jack Dilger. Replacements: Richard Halpin, Thomas O'Reilly, Brendan Cullinane, Dara McDonnell, Robbie Glynn, Cathal O'Flaherty, Matt Timmins, Gary Owen, Liam Coombs, Diarmid McCarthy, David Johnston, Peter Collins, James McInerney, Bill Johnston, Neil Cronin, Captain Niall Horan, Liam Cronin, Andy Keating, Aaron McCloskey, Dean Moore, Darren Ryan, Kevin Kinane, Sean Rennison. Replacements: Mike Sherry, J.P. Phelan, Mark Rowley, Dara Shanahan, Jamie Gavin. Young Munster 20 UCD 39, Tom Clifford. Park scorers: Young Munster tries Peter Mayer, Gus Lattery, Mark O'Mara, Con Paul Downs, Penn Paul Downs. UCD tries Jimmy O'Brien, Emmett McMahon, Harry McNulty, Jamie Glynn. Penalty try Cons Kieran Frawley 3, penalty try Con Pens Kieran Frawley 2. HT Young Munster 7 UCD 13, Ireland 7 stars Jimmy O'Brien and Harry McNulty bagged 2 of UCD's 5 tries as they signalled their intent for the season ahead with a 3,920 bonus point win at Young Munster. Munsters have been Division 1A semi-finalists for the last 3 years, and although they enjoyed superiority in the forward exchanges today, a 3-3 salvo in 9 minutes starting on the hour mark inspired the students to a memorable success. The Cookies' loose head prop Peter Mayer opened the scoring with a try from an 18th minute maul converted by Paul Downs, only for UCD to respond with an early contender for the IRFU's newly launched Ulster Bank League Try of the Month award. With 4 current Ireland Sevens internationals in the back line, UCD always posed a threat when given space, and a terrific move saw one of that quartet, 20-year-old Santa O'Brien, scampered over for a peach of a score. Number 10 Kieran Frawley converted, and with the rain coming down, he was successful with 2 penalty efforts after 34 and 39 minutes as College pushed into a 137 interval lead. Munsters repeated a trick when a line-out drive saw hooker Gus Lattery cross the whitewash, only 2 minutes after the restart. Adolph Downs missed the conversion but tagged on a penalty to edge the hosts back in front 15-13. A tight finish was in prospect, but UCD's quick-fire hat-trick of tries knocked that prediction well off course. A penalty try, coupled with Munster's sin binning, was followed by efforts from former captain Emmett McMahon 65 minutes and winger Harry McNulty 70. Versatile UCD back Jamie Glynn also dotted down in a helter-skelter finish, with the students receiving a couple of yellow cards from referee Mark Patton. Munsters rallied with a try from replacement Mark O'Mara, but it was very much a case of too little, too late. Young Munster Shanery Michael Vaughan, James O'Connor, Ben Swindlehurst, Daniel Hurley, Paul Downs, Jack Lyons, Peter Mayer, Gus Lattery, Columns Keehan, Michael Madden, Alan Kennedy, Ben Kilkenny, Captain, Dan Walsh, Gavin Coombs. Replacements: Mark O'Mara, Paul Allen, Tom Ryan, Connor Lowndes, Joseph O'Connor. UCD Billy Dardis, Hugo Keenan, Jamie Glynn, Captain, Jimmy O'Brien, Harry McNulty, Kieran Frawley, Nick Peters, Rory Mulvihill, Sean McNulty, Michael Moynihan, Brian Corley, Emmett McMahon, Will Connors, Alex Penny, Ronan Foley. Replacements: Gordon Frayne, Stephen McGivern, Keelan McKenna, Matthew Gilsenan, Stephen Murphy, Stephen Kilgarlin.